You just witnessed the moment Sherry Atchison met her biological mother after 26 years. The News First team provided the opportunity for this distinguished woman to meet her biological mother for the first time in 26 years. Very good afternoon and welcome to Lunchtime News on TV1. Now stay tuned for details of this emotional meeting during our Lunchtime News Bulletin today. But first, let's start off with a look at the stories that made it to your headlines this afternoon.
Realization of Sherry's dreams after 26 years. Zimbabwe Broadcast Corporation under military control. Protest in Potnigama obstructs Anuradhapura-Puttalam main road. Repairs on the Northern Railway track begins.
Now, starting off with some very important news, the Disaster Management Centre says that the rumours of a possible natural disaster in the eastern province or any other area in the country are baseless. The additional director of the DMC, Pradeep Kodipilli, speaking to News First, confirmed this. Moving on, the Cabinet Subcommittee appointed to look into the recent petrol shortage states that on the face of it, chief officers of the Sri Lanka Petroleum Corporation must be held responsible for the recently experienced fuel shortage. The report compiled by the subcommittee attributes the shortage to the failure to maintain sufficient fuel stocks, inadequacy of tubes to transport fuel from Sapugaskanda, Kolonava and Muthurajavela, availability of only one tugboat for the unloading of fuel. The Cabinet Subcommittee has presented a recommendation to be followed to avoid the repetition of such a situation Now, these recommendations include entering into a long-term purchase contract, increasing the capacity of the Sapugaskanda refinery and resolving issues surrounding the Trincomalee oil tankers. The Cabinet Subcommittee comprises of Dr. Sarata Munugama, Anuradhapura Yapa, Arjuna Ranathunga and partly Champika Ranavaka. Now, this report was presented before the President and the Cabinet of Ministers yesterday. The residents of Potnigama area were protesting, blocking the Puttalam Anuradhapura main road this morning. The cause of the protest was that the access road to the Potnigama College had been severely damaged for a long time. The protesters stated they have notified the authorities numerous times, but gratifying solutions were not given as yet. Our correspondents note that due to the protest, heavy traffic congestion was reported along the Anuradhapura-Puttalam main road till the police intervened and settled the situation. When News First inquired on the matter from the Eastern Nuwaragama Pradeshia Sabha, an officer there stated that resources needed to repair the road had been requested from the North Central Provincial Council, but the money adequate to perform this task had still not yet been received. They added that as soon as they receive the funds, they will start off the construction. 26 years ago, Sherry Atchison was born in Sri Lanka, only a few days after she was adopted by a British couple. On hearing of Sherry's search to find her birth mother, News First was able to track her down yesterday. Sherry's returned to the island of her birth, and this morning she was finally reunited with her mother.
Good morning, Sherry.
Good morning.
It's so great to see you here in Sri Lanka.
Thank you.
Yours has been a phenomenal story, hasn't it?
I would say so, yeah.
You were in the UK all these years, and in fact, you are one of UK's top 50 most influential women in tech. Sherry, tell us very briefly your story for the viewers watching us for the first time.
So I was adopted when I was 3 weeks old by an Irish family. So I was raised in Ireland. I have had all of the opportunities that you get from being raised in the Western world. I went to university, I studied computer science, I graduated, became a software engineer, and now I work at Deloitte, which is one of the largest firms in the world, as a technical business consultant.
Sherry, let me very briefly ask you, if you are to be reunited with your birth mother at this very moment, just describe for our viewers, what would it be like?
It would be kind of overwhelming because I haven't planned to meet her right now.
Of course.
But definitely amazing all at once. I can't really, there's no words that can describe the kind of emotion when it's not like getting married, it's not like moving house, it's something that you can't plan for. It's so abstract that it's very, very difficult to
Sherry,
pamper.
a mother's love is indescribable. You can't put it in words. And no matter how old we are, sometimes we feel overwhelmed by these feelings. This is the moment that Sherry Atchison is being reunited with her birth mother.
Have your eyes. This is my husband, John.
Join us at 9 tonight on our primetime news bulletin for a more detailed report on this heartwarming story. Now, moving on, in more local news, repairs commenced on the Northern Railway line after it was damaged due to a train derailment.
Train travel between Madhabache and Parangaswavar on the Northern Railway line was hampered since 8:03 last night owing to the derailment of a train. The railway control room said the train, named Rajrajana, was travelling from Colombo Fort to Vavuniya, derailed at around 9 last night. As a result of the derailment, 3 trains were delayed. One was to travel from Colombo Fort to Vavuniya and 2 other trains were to travel from Jaffna and Vavuniya to Colombo Fort. The train, which was to commence its journey from Mount Lavinia to Kankasanthare at 5:10 this morning, was cancelled. However, the train named Yal Devi set off at 5:45 this morning from Mount Lavinia to arrive in Anuradhapura as scheduled.
3 suspects, including the former Chief of Staff of President Mahinda Rajapaksa, Gamini Senarath, have been further remanded until the 21st of this month under charges of misuse of state funds. They were produced before Fort Magistrate Lanka Jayaratna today.